Who the F do you think you are? No, I'm serious. Who do you think you are? Does it matter who your postal carrier thinks you are or your mother thinks you are? It shouldn't. The most important story in the universe, in my opinion, is what your own inner voice self story is. You have your story about the postal carrier, and the postal carrier has their story about you. Do you treat your postal carrier like you treat your mother? Probably not, unless your postal carrier is your mother, of course. Who is your mother? Do you actually think you know who your mother is? You have a story about your mother, just like your mother has a story about you. Is your mother's story about you who you actually are? No, it is not, because you are you and your mother is your mother. What the difference is between your postal carrier's story about you and your mother's story about you is their stories are all about them and has nothing to do with you. Their stories have everything to do with them, just like your story has nothing to do with them. Your story has everything to do with you, what you find important, what you think, what you, etc., etc. If you found out your postal carrier was a billionaire, what would change? Objects still accelerate towards the center of the Earth at 9.81 meters per second. Helium atoms still have 2 protons, 2 neutrons, and 2 electrons, and the speed of light is still really fast. What would change would be your story about the postal carrier. Again, who do you think you are is the most important story in the universe, in my opinion. The story you tell yourself about yourself is the most important story in the universe for you and me. How is your inner voice self story important for me, you might ask? Because if you tell yourself a really crappy inner voice self story, I am less safe. You might ask me, how does my inner voice self story make you less safe? Because if your inner voice self story is you are so important, you don't need to obey the laws, and you can text and drive, or drink alcohol and drive, or drive while high, that makes me less safe. Because I drive on roads, walk on sidewalks, and inhabit this planet with you. Again, who the F do you think you are? No, I'm serious. Think about it. Bye.